Welcome to RV and Travel Adventures. My name is Jesus Manuel Menegarza. I hope you're doing fantastic wherever you're at. In this edition, I'm going to be going over my April 2023 RV and Travel Adventures report, telling you what I've done in the past, what I plan to do in the future, and my current situation in regards to the RVing community. So let's first start to talk about my new computer. I have a new Apple 16-inch laptop computer, a MacBook Pro. I'm very happy with it. It seems to work and function very well. Why did I buy a laptop computer? I essentially wanted something I could take on the road, do some YouTube videos, and have a little fun and use some of the more contemporary software. I'm currently using DaVinci Resolve on this computer, and I really enjoy it. I tried using iMovie, but that's essentially a piece of garbage. So, but I'm really enjoying using DaVinci Resolve, a little bit more advanced software. On my other computer, my Dell XPS, I had no issues. I have a microphone, studio mic, mixers, all kinds of crazy stuff. So I'm still fleshing out my system for my MacBook Pro 16-inch. So I'm very excited, especially about using DaVinci Resolve. I've always wanted to use DaVinci Resolve. For my other computer, which is about almost 8 years old, it had some issues with DaVinci Resolve. It skipped and did all kinds of... This one, everything's smooth and very nice, very nice. I'm very happy with my computer. I waited quite a while and made sure my wife was on board that I got a new laptop computer. So when I'm on my RV and it's a quiet, rainy night, I can do some editing, check out my videos, see how the videos look. One of the things I might have to change over the next few years in regards to my computer system and my camera system is that this, my new DaVinci Resolve software can do 10-bit video, edit 10-bit video rather readily, and my computer can do it rather readily. It's up to speed. It's a current tech. So I would like to get a 10-bit camera. And I can buy a good 10-bit camera for about $2,000. So that's one of my major purchases. Maybe in about a year, I'll buy a 10-bit camera. So I can have instead of 1,000 colors to work with, I'll have millions of colors. In fact, billions. Over 1 billion colors. So that's something I'm aspiring to, and I have to start saving my money, because those things are not cheap. Again, $2,000, maybe $2,500 with the kit lens, and that's how it works for something nice, okay? I don't know if I'll be using it. That's the thing I have to go to the process. I know I use my DJI Pocket number 2 everywhere because it's very portable. It's about this big, and I can go anywhere, and it just, fits in my pocket, literally. And I can go anywhere, and it shoots nice 8-bit footage. Maybe when the DJI Pocket number 3 comes out in the upcoming months, if it does 10-bit, I'll just buy that. Instead of a $3,000 camera, I'll buy a $600 DJI Pocket number 3. Again, I want to do 10-bit so I have more latitude and less issues with banding and degradation when I do some, changes in the colors, modifying things, etc., etc. So that's my computer setup. I'm pretty happy with it. Again, I'm planning to do some live streaming. That's one of my ideas. I plan to do some live stream. I might talk about that later on, but I'm planning to do some live streaming. All I need, I have the cables from my other computer. It's a mini from my camera to a full USB. To the adapter, which is in the back of my XPS. But on this one, I just need a little dongle, $150 dongle from Elgato for 4K video. And maybe I can do some live streams. Of course, if you're doing live streams with a nice camera like my Lumix, it should come out pretty good, especially 4K, at least 1080p. And we'll see how that works out. Right now in my studio, I have a microphone right up there, and I can do that. I can just get a stand and call it good. No plans to buy a USB microphone. I know I've seen some Elgato, again, make some very nice, USB mics. So there's, I could spend money ad nauseum. Can you spend money ad nauseum? I can spend money. I can spend a lot of money right now on stuff. But I have to be conservative. Computer today, maybe camera next year, some other stuff. Who knows? That's my plan. Okay, my studio setup. What is my studio setup? I want to talk about my studio setup right now. I now have this laptop so I can read text from my laptop. It's big enough. It's bigger than my phone, and I can look at it, etc., etc. So I'm very excited about my studio setup. I put up a table. The table that you hear right now, this is the table from my Rockwood Mini Light 2205S. It's gigantic. It's about a good 5 feet long, and it's heavy, it's clumsy. So I just brought it into my studio, and I use it as a studio table. I bought a tinier table, like a 2-3 foot, each way, wide and across, etc., length, etc. Table that, folds. I have 2 of them in my RV. I don't have this table. This table's heavy. It's clumsy. It's not very ergonomic, okay? So my spring break trip, I went on spring break with my wife. My wife and I went down to Lake Mineral Well State Park. We had a great time. Lake Mineral Well State Park. It was a bit cold. We wore, warm outfits, but we had a great time hiking, cycling, and RVing, and cooking inside the RV. We're not much for having campfires. My wife likes campfires, but I don't like making campfires. I just, unless you're with a group and they're all drinking booze and chewing on some chow, it's not worth my time to build a campfire. I'll be for sure. I don't get mesmerized by the fire or anything, that sort of stuff. That primordial fire, huh? So, we had a great time, again, at Lake Mineral Well State Park. I tried to get a reservation for this week, but they're booked solid. A lot of the parks around the United States. Some of the nicer parks are booked solid. It's hard to get a site. Again, in one of my videos previously, I talked about that back in the day, back in the late 70s, early 80s, I used to go from San Jose in my Volkswagen Bug and take my tent and my daughters and my whole family, and that Bug, as many as you can fit in the Bug. And then we go camping along the Big Sur coast, like at Kirk Creek, and we just park there, put up our tent, and have a great time. First come, first serve. That's no longer the case in California and a lot of places in the United States. No longer first come, first serve. You have to make reservations, and you have to make them way in advance, and you have to cross your fingers and say, maybe we can get a nice spot. In all probability, it won't work out, okay? So, the good old days, I was reminiscing about the good old days where I used to go just drive my Volkswagen Bug and take my kids, and we go hiking in the mountains and by the beach and Big Sur, and have a great time. And my wife and I would go in the Sierras and New Mexico in the Colorado mountains and stuff like that. Have a great time. First come, first serve. Again, first come, first serve. On a Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, it's not a problem. The weekend warriors aren't there yet, so you can stay there, and you got the spot. I got the spot. I already got it. I got first dibs. But that's no longer the case. People reserve for the weekends way months in advance. And you have an option for maybe 2-3 days during the weekday if you're lucky. But you can't have the weekend because that's already booked, okay? So I went to the FunTown RV show. I shot some videos down there. Had a great time. People at FunTown RV are very professional. They have a nice PR department for their RVs. They're doing a lot of ads here in the Fort Worth, DFW area. They're a very, well-known brand for RVs in the Fort Worth, Dallas area. So I went down there, shot about 4 videos, but I would have shot more. I only stayed there for a couple hours. But they're blaring this country music. It was loud. And it's contemporary, country music. And then they went outside, and they had more country music blaring in my ears. It was loud. Again, I don't mind some old school, Tammy Wynette, or Johnny Cash, or Willie Nelson, those kind of, performers. I don't mind some of that, a little bit, but not blaring inside of AT&T Stadium where the Cowboys play. So I just did a few videos, and I had to leave. I got a little irritated. My ears started, ringing. I go, man, this is one noisy the cacophony of sounds, So I've been going to recently, I've been hanging out at Western Camper, shooting their pop-ups, and also their Lance travel trailers and other brands of campers, truck campers. They've been very, very nice. I just want to thank at this time the folks at Western Campers. If you ever need a pop-up at an affordable price, or you want to get a Lance travel trailer, or you want to buy, a camper from, Lance or other manufacturers, some of these fantastic. There are fantastic campers they have down there, and very affordable pop-ups. You can buy one down there. Again, you get a little bit of improvement with the pop-up. They still are a drag. There's still a little wind hits and goes, man, you're going to slow down, and we're going to give you less mileage per gallon. But it's a lot better than a full-size travel trailer or fifth wheel. Just saying. It's all about physics. What can I say? I'm planning to go to more shows here in Fort Worth and the Dallas area when they pop up, when I get some information and hang out. And I also plan to go to, my wife wants to go this end of April to Munster, Texas, which is north of us. A little bit past Denton, you make a left and there's Munster. And we had some fantastic strudel down there. And they're having a polka dance festival, German polka music festival. My wife, again, is German and loves polka. And my parents, grew up with that sort of stuff, also growing up in South Texas. There's this hybridization of cultures in South Texas, Germans, Spaniards, indigenous people, mestizos, Mexicans, and there's a lot of some of the most popular forms of music in South Texas, of course, with a Tejano bent, with a Tex-Mex bent, is waltzes and polka. So I grew up with that stuff. I go, hey, I went, saw these Germans. What are you guys stealing our music? Actually, we stole it from them, and we modified it, and we created and made it our own. So my wife and I are going to go polka dancing. So you're gonna see this bouncing Mexican boy going up and down, and everybody's looking at, hey, who's that? That's Jesus Garza. He's married to a German girl. We feel for you, dude. We feel for you, dude. So, again, the weather around here, Fort Worth, has been storms, rain, hail, thunderstorms, and tornadoes. That was just yesterday. I called my wife up and said, you better get home quick. It's supposed to be 1.25 inch hail falling. You don't want your new Subaru to get all bashed up. You don't want that to happen. And so she eventually made it home and made it safe. But that was yesterday. It was about in the 70s, and it was, all these storms, thunderstorms, hail, tornadoes. And but today, guess what the high is? Guess what the high is today in early April in Fort Worth, Texas? It's supposed to be close to 95 degrees. Again, close to 95 degrees. Texas weather is anything but insane, crazy. It changes just like certain people's moods, okay? So I was planning to go to Berlin, Germany this June, but my wife's class has low enrollment. So that's not looking good. Maybe it might happen still. I might still be able to go to Germany with my wife, Berlin, Germany, if she gets enough students. But apparently there's not enough enrollment. That's a great disappointment for me. My wife, has gone to Europe several times without me while we've been together. And she's been to New York City many times without me while we've been together. So I've never been a lot of places. I've been to the Southwest and stuff like that. But I wanted to go to Berlin. I wanted to go down there. I wanted to take a train to Paris. I wanted to take a train to, different parts of Spain. Maybe go to the Netherlands. Maybe visit my nephew who's married a woman in Copenhagen and operates a pastry shop. Go visit them and say, hi, how you doing? But that's not going to happen. So maybe we'll have to just pay it for it on with our own dime in a couple of years. So that's a disappointment. I'm planning to do some spring and summer camping. We haven't organized it yet. Of course, we may be going to private campgrounds in like Port O'Connor, Port Aransas, maybe park on the beach in Port Aransas, do some stuff like that, and maybe go to Corpus Christi, and maybe visit some friends in New Mexico and park in their driveway, etc. Do some camping in Colorado. It's all not set in stone at this time. So in about a month and a half, I'm planning to go to, what's that place called? Oh, the San Francisco Bay Area. In the San Francisco Bay Area, I am going to visit my family and friends. I'm going to be staying in 3 different locations, maybe 4. 3 locations: San Jose, SoCal, and San Rafael. I'm going to be staying with family and friends. So it should be nice. I'm going to be hooking up with friends in coffee shops, at homes, and stuff like that. So I haven't seen these folks for a while, at least a good 10, 15 years. So that's my other trip I'm planning to do. Big news, of course, I have now 3,000 subscribers. Not 3 million, 3,000 subscribers, which is pretty good for an old fart like me, who's, this channel is his hobby. This is my hobby. I put a little bit of effort in it. I used to work in radio, television, and print. I can go full bore, with 3 cameras and studio mics and, use expensive equipment. But, I'm on a budget now. This isn't being funded by the corporations that I worked for. Okay, so it's my money and I'm a cheapskate. Okay, what can I say? So again, as I talked about earlier, I'm going to be doing some live streaming in the future. I'm thinking about it. So I can use my same lighting setup in this studio with my laptop. All I have to do is get a little dongle. For HD, budget HD, I can get one for about, $20-30 for 4K, high quality 4K from the folks at El Gato. If you want to send me one of those, I would greatly appreciate it. 4K, high quality, actually synced. When your lips are talking, you can actually see them move at the same time. Instead of going, hello, it's actually synced. That's the difference between cheap ass, streaming cards and good cards. And also HD, 720, 1080p, and then you get 4K. That's the one I want from Elgato. So I might be spending $150, blowing some cash. I'll wait a couple weeks. My wife's already getting on my case for spending too much money for this laptop. She goes, hey, I thought you were going to spend $1,800. You didn't say you were going to spend that much money. I said, hey, it was a good deal, I think. Okay. So RV upgrades. I'm planning to do some RV upgrades. I already did a tongue box, and I put my 2 lithiums up front of my Rockwood Mini-Lite 2205S. I put 2 lithiums up there. Some people say, hey, you should have put them in the pass-through. If I was smart enough, I would have done that. But am I smart enough? I don't have the skill set at this time. If you want to help me, want to come to Fort Worth and help me out, I'll do that. And I'm also planning to do 2 things. 2 things. My next projects are replace the piece of shit Go Power pulse width modulated PWM display, charge controller with an actual decent MPPT, probably a Victron, 30 amp, 100 watt version, very, very, very nice. It has Bluetooth and all that sort of good stuff. And then I also plan to add maybe 2 more solar panels on the roof, maybe 200, add about 400 watts of solar on the roof. That's the easy part. Putting solar on the roof is easy. That's within my skill set. Putting in the MPPT in the same place as the PWM. It's basically 2 wires in, 2 wires out. Even I can figure that out. So wish me luck, and that's not going to happen for a while. I guess, again, I'm on a budget, and my wife's in the other room. If she hears about this, she's going to, what do you plan to spend this money on? You better have it itemized, and you better have some money in the bank. You better make some money on YouTube. Not really. I don't make much money on YouTube. So that's it. Thanks for subscribing to my channel. I greatly appreciate it. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. I would greatly, greatly appreciate it. If you can subscribe to my channel again, I would greatly, greatly appreciate it. It improves, my income. That's what it's all about, making a couple more pennies. Instead of, 75 cents that week, I make 78 cents that week. Dare to dream, huh? And also, don't forget to leave your kind and friendly comments, your professional comments below. Abajo. Muchos gracias. Where am I at? I'm in Fort Worth, Texas. Hope you're doing fantastic wherever you're at. I'm planning to do some camping. Do some RVing in the next few weeks. And by the end of this month, I'll be doing some Polka in Munster, Texas. And a month after that, I'll be, pretty soon after that, I'll be in the San Francisco Bay Area. I know the San Francisco Bay Area. Should be a lot of fun. I'm going to be going to coffee shops, hanging out with friends in San Francisco, San Jose, Carmel, Santa Cruz, the whole, list of places which I grew up with and became accustomed to before I came to beautiful, absolutely gorgeous Fort Worth, Texas. Hope you're doing fantastic wherever you're at. Thanks for checking out my channel. Gracias. Adios. Bye-bye.